So we've been talking about this EEE virus that is being spread by mosquitoes up north in places like Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and now New York. And the reason why I'm taking this so seriously is not necessarily because the virus, but because some local governments, some cities, some small towns have already implemented soft lockdowns and curfews, basically telling people, hey, you can't come outside during these hours of the day because that's when the most mosquitoes are outside. And I think it's very scary and very dangerous to allow our government to put us on lockdown due to bugs, okay? I walk outside every day surrounded by mosquitoes. I live down south in an area heavily populated by mosquitoes. The last thing I need is the government telling me that I can't do this, I can't go to work, I can't go to the grocery store because of mosquitoes. But that is what is happening in certain parts of this country. Now, in my last video, I talked about the fact that I find it odd that there's this uptick in illnesses spread by mosquitoes. There's an uptick this year. More cases this year, and I'm talking multiple sicknesses, multiple illnesses. And I find it odd that this is happening around the same time that our government, along with Bill Gates, along with others, have been releasing genetically modified mosquitoes into the environment. Now, to the average person that has no knowledge about this will sound crazy, but there is a such thing as mosquito farms where they breed and genetically modify millions upon millions of mosquitoes, and then they release them out into the wild. I believe there was millions, if not billions, released in Florida not that long ago. Now, these mosquitoes are genetically modified to supposedly fight off diseases, to make sure that these diseases don't spread. That's what that's the purpose of these mosquitoes. But it just so happens that around the time that they released them, all of these illnesses, we started getting even more cases. Cases should be down right now if this genetically modified mosquito thing was really working, but it seems to be going the exact opposite way. Now, today, ironically enough, I received news about someone who has been in the hospital with the West Nile virus, another popular disease spread by mosquitoes. And guess who that person is? No other than the Fauci himself. Anthony Fauci has been hospitalized for 6 days because he got the West Nile virus from a mosquito. Now, when I look at this, the first thing that comes to my mind is karma. Karma. I don't feel bad at all. I don't care about what happens to Anthony Fauci. The worst thing imaginable could happen to this dude, and I would laugh. But I was thinking karma, but then you have to really think about it. So we're in this interesting time where some small towns are already locking down because of these mosquitoes. These illnesses are being spread all around by these mosquitoes, and right now, it's mainly a problem up north. It's only a matter of time before it's a problem down south and in other areas. So all of a sudden, in the midst of this madness, Anthony Fauci gets sick from a mosquito. What are the odds of that? Now, I'm not telling you that this didn't happen, but I'm wondering, is this something that they're using for publicity to, show people, hey, this is really serious. Anyone can get it. This could happen to anyone, even Anthony Fauci. You might remember during the beer bug lockdowns, every now and then a famous person would come forward or a politician would come forward saying, hey, I got the beer bug. And that would add credit. It would validate certain things for some people. People would be like, oh my God, look, if this actor can get it, we can get it. And I feel like this may be one of those situations because people are not taking this seriously. And now, this is going to be on people's radars because of Fauci. And you have to understand, folks, when you have something like this happening and you have viruses and stuff spreading, it's only a matter of time before they come up with a solution. We know what that solution is, new jabs. So we got to pay attention to this stuff. But let's dive into this article and find out what's going on here. Anthony Fauci was hospitalized this month after contracting West Nile virus. Fauci, age 83, the country's former beer bug czar, was hospitalized for 6 days and is now home, where he is recuperating from the mosquito-borne illness. A full recovery is expected, says his spokesperson. The virus typically spreads through mosquitoes who bite infected birds and then bite people and other creatures, according to the CDC. West Nile virus is the leading cause of mosquito-borne disease in the country. The virus sent 1,800 people to the hospital last year in the U.S. and was responsible for 182 deaths. There were 216 confirmed cases in 2024 so far. Symptoms may include headache, fever, aches, vomiting, and other symptoms, but an estimated 80% of those who have the virus experience no symptoms at all. There are no known treatments at the time. Fauci retired as chief of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases in 2022 after running it for nearly 4 decades. At the time of his departure, he was the highest paid federal employee with a salary of $480,000 a year. Fauci advocated for school closures during the lockdowns, which he now admitted was a mistake. He adamantly denied that the U.S., through his department with the National Institute of Health, funded gain-of-function research at China's Wuhan Institute of Virology, but this year, NIH Principal Deputy Director Lawrence Tabak admitted to Congress that U.S. taxpayers did in fact do so. The doctor has also come in for sharp attacks from animal rights activists for his National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases funding a lab in Tunisia that allegedly tortures and kills dozens of beagle puppies. So Anthony Fauci is one of the most diabolical, evil people on this earth that I can possibly think of. So as I said earlier, I do not feel bad at all. I feel bad that he's recovering so quickly. I'll put it out there. And I don't care how you feel about it. That's how I feel. I think this dude robbed precious moments from tons of families. I think he's responsible for thousands upon thousands of people no longer being here. And if there is a hell, I think Fauci will be rotting in it. But as of right now, we have this problem that's spreading. And you could take the problem seriously or not. I'm not telling you how to feel about it. All I'm telling you is that when things like this arise, I'm not telling you to get scared and listen to the mainstream media, but I'm telling you should pay attention. Burying our heads in the sand and acting like things aren't happening will not help anyone. We have to remain focused. We have to pay attention. We have to ring the alarm every time something like this happens, because they're waiting for the day where we go all the way back to normal, we let our guards down, and then they're going to hit us with some wild stuff. But for now, I want you all to hit me with some wild comments down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.